Good morning and welcome to another fantastic edition of Plus Sports, the special edition, which comes up on Saturdays, 11 a.m. till 12 noon. So that means we have about 55 minutes or thereabout to take you around the world of sports. Apologies for the slight delay in starting the show. We do expect that you enjoyed that time out with John and Eileen and for me. Maybe anyway, it's now Plus Sports, and of course, my name is Wale Agbede. I'll be taking you around the world. We'll be touching down in Istanbul for the majority of the show today because we'll be building up to the final of the UEFA Champions League. We also touched down in the United States to touch on the NBA Finals, where the Nuggets are now leading 3-1 in the series, and for the Heat to win, they would have to become only the second team in history to come back from that scoreline to win in a best-of-7 series. We'll take you around the world also to touch on the Women's World Cup, and of course, we'll land in Paris with the Roland Garros, the second Grand Slam of the year, ongoing right now in France. It's final for both the men and the women. Jokic against Kasper Ruud in the men's final, and in the women's finals is Mochova against Iga Swiatek. But we start off in the United States this morning, and 2 nights after Nikola Jokic and Jamal put on a historic performance. Neither player was the key cog for the Denver Nuggets in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Aaron Gordon stepped up with the top playoff effort of his 9-year career as he recorded 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists to help the Nuggets move within one victory of their first title with a 108-95 victory over the host Miami Heat in the early hours of this morning. Jokic and Murray were the first teammates in NBA history to have a 30-point triple-doubles in Denver's Game 3 victory just 3 days ago. However, neither of the two big stars were as important in Game 4 this morning in Miami as Gordon, who stepped up with 11 of 15 shooting, including 3 of 4 from beyond the arc in the 3-point range, as the Nuggets took a 3-1 lead in the best-of-7 series. Jokic tweaked his right ankle in the first quarter, but still went on to record 23 points and 12 rebounds in what was a fantastic double-double performance from the Joker. Now, Denver reserve Bruce Brown scored 11 of his 21 points in the final quarter of the game. Jamal recorded 15 points and 12 assists with without a single turnover in the entire game. He had no problem being more of a complimentary player this time around, and both teams, I mean, like we mentioned on the show yesterday, both players, Jokic and Bam Adebayo, talking about how they've come into different encounters in the 4 games now with different strategies. And another strategy yesterday was what we saw with Gordon taking center stage and the likes of Jamal Murray being just complimentary players. Jokic, of course, being very important to what Nuggets were trying to do. But unfortunately, his injury in the first quarter meant that his impact was minimal. Anyway, for the Heat, Jimmy Butler had 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. And Bam Adebayo amassed 20 points and 11 rebounds for the franchise that is now in the city where Lionel Messi will be playing football next season. Anyway, Kyle Lowry scored 13 points, while Kevin Love and Duncan Robinson had a 12 apiece for Miami. Denver can win the title at home in Game 5 on Tuesday morning to be crowned champions of the NBA for the first time. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat are still holding out hope that they can become the second team, like I mentioned at the start, to recover from a 3-1 deficit in the NBA Finals. The Cleveland Cavaliers rallied to beat the Golden State Warriors in the 2016 final. They had LeBron James on that roster. And one of the other players on that roster, Kevin Love, is presently playing for the Heat. So is he going to inspire Miami to another comeback victory? For them to do that, then they will have to pull off, they have to win that game on Tuesday morning to make it 2-2, win the game on Wednesday night to make it 3-3. And of course, next weekend in the early hours of Friday morning, would have to go over to Denver to win 4-3 to be crowned champions of the NBA. So yes, it's 3-1 as we speak in the NBA finals. I mean, it has been interesting so far, but we have to admit that Nikola Jokic has been quite dominant, and of course, with the likes of Gordon and Jamal Murray as a support cast, they look like they're good to be crowned champions of the NBA.